Hello, little ones. Would you like to hear a story? I've got one for you. From Rolling with Remix. Long ago, the land of Irion was a land of plenty, and many wanted to lay claim to its riches. When those who lived in Irion could no longer agree on who held what, civil war broke out across the entire realm, until the kobolds, in desperation to keep their kingdom afloat, summoned the dark and terrible Dragotha. The great dragon cared not for the alliances constantly made and broken across Irion, and razed many of its great cities to the ground, until a last desperate alliance finally slew the titanic worm. With no one in any shape to continue the fight, an armistice was reached, and the Great War ended. But tensions were still on the rise. 30 years later, a ragtag group of adventurers, who met at a harvest festival and joined forces to look for the missing mentor of one of their band, were hired by a mysterious old man to travel to the great city-states of Irion and perform acts of heroism that those in power would not approve of. But those same acts served to heighten tensions across the land, and the old man, secretly a scheming mind flayer, revealed that once more Irion had fallen into a great civil war. Now, with militaries and dark powers on the rise, our heroes gather their forces in hopes of saving what they can before Irion once more falls into ruin. Momo, the Aarakocra cleric.
You're my friend. You're my family. And I'll protect you at all costs.
Corellian, the kobold paladin.
I will not make the same mistakes again.
Malifan, the half-elf rogue.
I won't stand idle. Not while people's lives are at stake.
Oh, this should be fun.
Quintessa, the human fighter.
You shouldn't be surprised. Everyone is out for themselves in the end.
And Scam Likely, the goblin artificer.
There are three constants: death, taxes, and my ability to dodge both.
Unprepared though they might be, our heroes find themselves at the front lines of a great battle to save the fallen empires. Last time on Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires. Now that it was the afternoon, Momo and Quintessa went to go feed the babies, Momo singing them a lullaby to help calm them down. It ended up summoning the celestial badger that had helped the party back in Ashran Alora. Meanwhile, Corellian, now having a greater command of divine magic, decided to re-summon Muska, but not in the shape of a giant weasel as before, in the shape of a periton, which, to those who didn't know what it was, looked beautiful, and to those who did know what it was absolutely terrifying, so Corellian spent the majority of the day informing people that that was Muska and please do not shoot her down. Momo and Quintessa had a talk about why she hated the Okidi. That turned into a talk about whether or not Quintessa should stay at Battenrance due to the rest of the party not liking her, which they noted was not the first time they had had this conversation. Momo went to put in an order at the smithy for a new weapon, and Quintessa went for a spa day that she felt was quite well deserved. Meanwhile, at the docks, Corellian had a talk with Captain Tarth, who said that war was surely coming. As a hobgoblin, he had a sense for these things, and that they needed siege weapons to defend the docks, like now. At dinner, it slipped out that Quintessa had a conversation with Ishka, and the rest of the party went to get filled in at what the ghost knew. Namely, that Esgol was being held in the domain of the Fae's Autumn Court, in the castle of the Skeleton King. However, even after being told what could happen if the Skeleton King finished his plans with Esgol, Scam argued that it would not make any sense to go rescue him, and that the party's priority should be to go after Rankol immediately, despite not really knowing what was in his lair, only where it is. The next morning, as the party discussed more plans, they found it was eerily quiet on Battenrance grounds, with people hurrying away from the front gate and running towards the docks. Investigating why, our heroes found a huge dragonborn holding a necklace of fireballs, just standing and staring. A woman that Scam recognized as Nuthra, the one he had attempted to hire as a hitman to kill Malifay. Unfortunately, Nuthra had been taken over by Rankol, and after Scam's attempt to fireball her into oblivion ended with her still standing, she called the rest of the party over, saying it was time to say goodbye. What terrible thing does Rankol have to announce? Will our party be able to survive his machinations? And how quickly, if at all, will their plans change after this? Find out on tonight's episode of Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires. Hello and welcome to Fallen Empires. After a certain level of non-stop fear, is fear really a thing anymore? I am your Dungeon Master, Alex, and with me as always is my casting crew of players. We have Atwis.
It's less being scared and more just being numb.
We have Scott.
We have nothing to fear but fear itself. And heights! I really don't like heights!
We have Jojo.
Laugh in the face of fear like I laugh in the face of God.
We have Queen.
Beep boop, I feel like poop.
And we have Xander.
Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody in there?
No.
Doors open.
So, when last we left off, our heroes were making a plan to go, first do some preparations, and then go scout out Rankol's base and kick his ass. And who should show up the next day but Rankol, possessing the Dragonborn who Scam wanted to hire as a hitman.
Details.
Details! So,
Oh, before I forget, since I was out last session, was Mal here for this?
Yes.
he was
Okay.
called over with all the rest of the party because this is bad. This is an emergency that might require some attention.
Alright.
All right. So, Rankol looks around at the party, all of you, presumably with weapons in hand, because why would you not be? And
Was my glaive ready by this point?
it was not.
Okay, never mind.
Rankol just smirks. Oh, I can see you're all eager for a brawl. I'm afraid that won't accomplish very much. I have an alternative proposal. We all have a nice chat, like reasonable people. And in return, I don't detonate the docks. That is where everyone's going to hide for shelter, is it not?
Carlin does a very nonchalant shrug. Alright, let's have a conversation like civilized folk, I suppose.
I don't think we can understate that
Was eye twitches?
we are, like, Scam is lying, like, 5 feet away, like, smoking, because he just cast Fireball. So he's just, like, lying there, just being like, yeah, I think diplomacy might be the better option from that for now.
Yeah. And Carlin will still, obviously, in armor, still hand on weapon hilt, will come down and head out and, approach. Not get super close, but, reasonable talking distance.
Rankol, in the body of Nuthra, looks around the front gate area and all the buildings set up around here at Baton Hall. Slowly nods. I love what you've done with the place. Very well developed since the last time I paid it a visit.
Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate it. So, you've come to talk, so let's talk, shall we?
Oh, indeed. As I said earlier, I just wanted to wish you all farewell before the world moves on without you.
Fair enough. Any particular reason you chose now as opposed to some other time?
Well, if I showed up later, then I might miss my chance. Well, among other things.
Ah, I see. Would that be missing a chance to say farewell, or missing a
Yes.
chance to... Okay, just had to make sure that you weren't missing a chance to be the one. The reason.
Scam very triumphantly throws a finger. He's lying on his back still. Scam very triumphantly throws a finger up in the air and goes, "Oh! Oh!" Shouting over to her over on the wall. Quintessa!
Yes?
I've read about this part in the books. It's when the bitch-ass villain shows up to be like, this is your last chance to join me, or just saying goodbye. It means he's scared.
Good job.
Carly stifles, chokes back a laugh and just.
Yes, thank you for your input, Scamuel Felonious Likely. As always, it contributed nothing.
Corellian absolutely laughs at character at that.
Yes, good. I make my living by contributing nothing to society.
Yes, that's one of the many things I heard.
Right, so other than the pleasantries of wishing us all a farewell, surely you wouldn't come all this way just for that.
Well, it was mostly that. If you don't think that's enough reason, well, I'm sorry you aren't as polite as I am.
You'll have to forgive me for being cynical, considering the circumstances and, well, Carlin sort of shrugs, personal reasons. But if that really is the reason for you coming to bring us tidings, well then, thank you. It's much appreciated.
Of course.
I would invite you inside, however, Carlin sort of gestures with a claw to the necklace of fireballs. You did come a little strapped.
I did, yes. Insurance in case anyone tried anything. You understand.
Wait, I cast Fireball on you and you were wearing a bomb? Ooh.
Carlin just snaps over to Scam. You mean you didn't realize?
I didn't notice.
You didn't notice that?
No, I didn't. I wasn't looking at the next. I don't make a point of
Conversation
looking
for
at the
later,
mercenaries
perhaps.
I hire's jewelry, Corellian.
Perhaps a conversation for later.
Oh, I think you'll have more pressing things to have a conversation with Scamuel Felonious Likely about, Malifane.
Hey, don't, hey, buddy, don't do that. No.
Don't
do it.
this particular body
don't.
is very
Cease.
interesting. You will
Don't do
not
it.
believe the conversations
Stop right now.
this one had.
Cut it out. No more
Wait,
verbiage.
You mean?
Oh, hold on. Just give me. Please give me a moment to grill him too. Carlin looks over at Scam, and just in a lower voice, since Scam and Carlin are the only ones outside of the gates and outside of the walls at this point.
Yeah.
Carlin just goes, "I'm going to give you 30 seconds to try and talk your way out of this."
Talk my way out. Can't guarantee that. Talk about it. Sure thing. So do you remember when I asked you yesterday how I wanted to get your opinion on whether or not you wanted Malifane to be dead?
Okay. Stop that. Use the rest of the 30 seconds in a way more productive way.
Cool. That's the mercenary I was planning on hiring to kill Malifane.
Okay. Scam, either you say it now or it gets a whole lot worse.
Do I have to say it right now?
Scam.
Hey, okay, fuck. Okay, hey, Malifane, just so you know, I wanted to hire this person to kill you, but water under the bridge.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I didn't go through with it. I didn't give any money. I just talked idly about it. I was mad. We cool?
Anyways.
Oh, yes.
Moving on.
That was quite an interesting little piece of information, and it got me to thinking, where is it going to escalate from there? You two fight all the time, over and over, for the same reasons, I've come to find out. Oh, sure, he might not have hired someone this time, but what about the next time? And then after you're dead, who's he going to kill next? My thoughts are Quintessa, and then Momo, and then he'll debate long and hard about whether or not to get rid of you, Corellian, but... Oh, well, I know nature better than he does.
I didn't think that you cared about us that much to apparently be keeping very close tabs on the conversations we've been having, rather.
Quite frankly, if anything, it feels like an invasion of privacy.
Why are you so surprised? Did I not tell you so long ago I took an interest in your activities?
Did say that.
Well, that's embarrassing. I'm sorry for that. Shit.
Yeah.
You all are quite entertaining.
Oh yeah, we're a train wreck you can't look away from.
Absolutely, and in so many delicious flavors of train wreck. We've got Malafane, first of all.
Fuck's a train.
Oh, they have them over in Damascus. I would talk more about them, but you're never going to see
Shit.
them.
Sorry, I'm not subscribed to Damascus Digest anymore. I had to cancel my subscription like a few years ago.
Unfortunate. Now, as I was saying, we've got Malafane, the one who proclaims himself a pacifist. And how is your kill count doing, by the way? Has it reached the double digits yet? I hear they give out punch cards, and if you fill them out, you get a free soda.
The fuck's a soda? The scam is just like looking at Curly like, what is he saying?
You never heard of carbonation, later.
And then we have our nascent necromancer.
Not a necromancer.
You know, lying is not becoming of you, Momo. Most people at your stage stick to humanoids. You chose bears just to see what would happen. What next?
I was just trying to move it out of the foyer!
What next? You're going to blame the bear for dying?
I'd never do that.
I mean, the bear had it coming, let's be honest here.
Oh, you're
just kind of
approaching
gives
that
a
stage so
look.
much faster. No, let's...
Alright, well, listen, I really like how you're just standing here in the middle of our front yard, really just jerking it to your own verbiage and monologuing. I just gotta say, I mean, if you're planning on killing us, not even necessarily now, you know that we're gonna come knocking on your door soon. Like, it's gonna happen. And if you're looking forward to eating our brains or whatever it is you squid fucks do to occupy your boredom, let me just tell you right now, Scamuel Thelonious is likely... Hold on, I'll get this in one go. Scamuel Thelonious Likely's brain, I got there, is a hell of a meal to consume in one bite. You are going to be overloaded with all the nasty things I've done. And believe me, the list is long.
Well, if we're talking about consuming bad thoughts or something, I'd be quite a light meal, and I don't think it's worth it.
Rankol turns to Corellian, points at Scam. Is he done?
Curlin's tail sort of swishes. Honestly, Curlin's really fucking amused at all.
Yeah. I mean,
and he sort of flicks an ear and just, no, I'm sure he could figure out a way to fill the silence if you let him keep going.
Oh, of course. People like him, they're the ones that love to hear themselves talk while saying nothing of value. Yeah.
Time is money, dear Rankol, and if I'm saying nothing of value, then I'm not wasting money.
Unfortunate. Now then, where was I? Oh yes, I was going to move on to you, Corellian Velez. And how disappointed I am.
Oh, are you?
I am indeed. I seem to recall you thinking you would do whatever it takes on your noble quest to revive your beloved, and yet here you are, a coward. Snargoo is not dead. Malafane is not dead for insulting you. Instead, here you are whining.
Give me just one. Give me a moment.
Just a moment. Just a moment.
Just a moment. Okay, moment's good. I'm good.
I'm kind of scared.
Had to take a second.
Take your time.
Krellian has stilled, which is a little weird because Krellian's actually pretty expressive with like their tail and their ears. They've always got, some sort of movement going on, but they've gotten stuck fucking still. and they just sort of cock their head just a little bit. Are you done? Is it Quintessa's turn yet?
Oh, it is Quintessa's turn, yes, but I very much doubt she cares. From what I can tell, Quintessa has never cared what anyone thinks, let alone all of you. Am I wrong, Quintessa? These people have never had your best interests in mind, they never have. To them you will always be the bitchy librarian and nothing more.
Hey, she may be a bitchy librarian, but she's our bitchy librarian.
Yeah.
Case in point.
No. You,
Are you quite done?
yeah.
Almost. I suppose that, well, I was going to call them mutual friends, but they are no friends of theirs, are quite interested in having their turn with you.
Oh, and that would be...
Oddly vague.
Oh, well, allow me to clarify then, Malifane. I've been talking to the elves about you.
Have you now?
Mm-hmm.
Quite the words I imagine they've had.
Oh, I've merely been telling them the truth. That many of you infiltrated the city of Ashran-Alora in disguise, scouted out their defenses. That the only reason you bothered rescuing the leader you yourselves exiled to the astral plane was to get out of a trial and execution. During all that time you were bragging about how easily you could kill her. And you've been assembling a militia. I can only assume it's for nothing good, knowing Ashran-Alora's defenses. And to top it all off, I heard there was a plan to steal the body of Hespera Scion.
You know, you have a very strange definition of truth right there.
Scam, you're the closest one to Corellian.
Yeah.
15 seconds to stop it.
Why on earth would I stop him? No, but before Corellian goes, I think even though with my terrible wisdom score I have, I think it's fair to say that because of my proxy, I can see Corellian something like Twitch or just something.
Yeah.
I just know it's coming, so the scam starts the internal mental countdown and just goes, yeah, I gotta say, Rankol, part of me is really curious as to why you know all of these things and what your sources are, but at the same time, I also just kind of want to say, get fucked. And I will give a supportive, rousing slap on the back to my good friend Corellian.
Corellian is going to leap and tackle this Dragonborn to the ground.
All right. Let me pull up her stat block real quick so I can see what her strength save is.
Oh boy.
Sick.
Sick,
Kinda,
bro.
boys.
All right. It's decent.
Nice!
Ooh.
So I should just make an athletics check then?
Make an athletics check, yes.
Oh, big money. You know?
You know, that's pretty solid. You run at the Dragonborn, go for a flying tackle, and she just, immediately sticks out a hand, grabs you by the neck, and holds you aloft. And here
Totally
I thought
fine.
we could be civilized.
Corellian just snarls and bites her hand.
There is no reaction, and the grin on her face widens. Well, once again, goodbye, Corellian Velez. I hope you have enough room in the graveyard for your friends at the docks. And she hurls the necklace of fireballs to the ground.
Knew that
You
was
need everyone to make a dexterity saving
Wait,
throw.
I'm just seeing if I have any valid reactions in this situation. Hold on. I don't. Oh shit. Shield doesn't apply to this, does it? No, it does not.
Shit.
Hell. Damn.
Right.
Alright.
Oh, I'm
No!
Tom.
Yeah,
He's invulnerable.
Malifane, you're absolutely fine. It's a dexterity save. When have you ever feared dexterity saves?
Fuck, I'll use
I-
my
Scam, you get a +4 from me, remember?
Yeah, I get a +4, so I'm going. That's a 15, so I'm
Alright.
going to. Can I wait, Alex? Does Corellian save?
The save of a necklace of fireballs is 15.
Okay, cool. So we both saved. Cool. Right on. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
This is gonna hurt a lot.
So for Corellian and actually no, for everyone except for Momo. Oh wait, no, and Quintessa. Shit. That's
No, Quintessa got 21 with Indomitable save.
not Quintessa. I meant to say Momo.
Oh,
Gotcha,
that's
just
hard.
Momo then. So that's so Momo. Oh god, Momo gets the brunt of it. Damn.
Yeah.
So 23 halved is 11.
23. Okay.
All right. The fireball explodes, catching you in the brunt of the blast and scorching the front gates of Battenrance Hall. A few seconds after, you hear more boom, 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 booms coming from the docks.
What?
We have to get to the docks.
15 seconds out character.
Yeah, hold on. Let's hold on. But Xander's about to sneeze. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can do for the docks. They just got blown up. I mean, you go check on them. Momo, go zip, zop, zoom, fly over there to go check out. But
Yeah, Malfin's gonna
Momo's already,
fucking.
like-
playing the clock tower music?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
This is the jump music from Pokemon Ruby.
Ah, damn! It sounds a lot like clock
okay.
tower.
Yeah, Malfin's gonna fucking book it. That's 80 speed.
All right. You
Yeah, Momo's fucking on his way.
You
Yeah,
dash
it's
as
looking a little
fast as you can over to the docks. Several fireballs have been set off, and there are like the scorched and charred bodies of dozens and dozens of dock workers, of people who fled this way. Several very injured people here as well. You can see Chicken Bait is under a pile of scorched and burned animals.
We have to save them!
Come on.
All right.
Wait, did we leave the babies there?
You had Chicken Bait take the babies to the docks.
Fuck, 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 fuck.
Go! Move, 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 move!
Carline's just gonna keep trying to fight, honestly, so...
Oh, sorry for not clarifying this. When the next fireballs dropped, the Dragonborn just immediately went limp and collapsed in a ragdoll heap.
Okay, gotcha.
Was that all the fireballs they set off?
Let me do some rolling real quick.
Okay. Because if not, then I'll take the necklace away.
The necklace is destroyed, dude.
Yeah, so the necklace of fireballs that the Dragonborn had is destroyed. You heard 5 explosions at the docks.
Okay. Right, let's go then.
Right.
I was
All right.
immediately already like helping Chicken Bait.
Alright. Momo, you, like, drag Chicken Bait out from underneath the ox, and you hear him coughing weakly as he looks up, reaches into a pocket. The babies are okay, Chicken Bait says before passing out, and he hands you the 2 Aarakocra children who are just screaming and crying with all their might.
Momo's fucking panicking right now. He doesn't know what to do. He's gonna take them. He looks at Chicken Bait. He looks at the kids. He looks around him. He sees all of this destruction, and I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Chicken Bait so that so he's not that much hurt. Let me find it.
God.
Then, where the fuck is it? My gosh, I'm gonna cry. Come on, please!
How much of the dock is on fire right now? Is it, like, still burning, or...?
The dock is burning. There was a ship in progress that is actively on fire. Several, like, buildings alongside the dock are on fire. You look at one of them, and you see Captain Tarth, like, bursting out from one of the walls, dragging some people behind him to get them out of the flaming house.
Okay, are there any, like, barrels or, like, empty containers of any sort, like, anywhere nearby?
There are a couple that are just, like, scattered about, like, having rolled away from where they were stacked through the force of several explosions.
Okay. But I have no idea if this is gonna work. I literally just learned this. I literally just read this the other day. You know what? I'm going to flip a coin, and if this works, I'm going to... If I call it, I'm going to cast this.
Sick.
1d2. There is no 1d2. Cool.
You
Okay.
can manually roll a 1d2 /R 1d2 without the space between. Well, I just typed it and it was an unrecognized command. So
Okay, cool. You know what? 1d4, I'm gonna call an odd number. Fuck! Okay. Right, so Malifane tries his best to, tries his best to cast Shape Water to try and get, some of the water into one of the barrels, but nothing is working. He still doesn't know what the heck he's doing. It's just... fuck. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna try and see if I can find any survivors. Do what you can.
Mo kind of just stands there after casting Healing Word on, Chicken Bait, and he just stands there holding the kids in the, horrified awe that this all happened right under their noses, and he flies to a safer direction with the baby so that he can find somewhere to keep them safe.
the mansion itself is not actively on fire, so that is the direction you're probably gonna be heading.
God.
I feel like... Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, please.
Yeah, Krillin has pinged Moskin this time, and I'm sure she was quick enough to fly here, and so at this point, Krellin's finally gotten to some sort of, they've come back to their senses in some sort of way, and they hold out a claw to Scam.
Yeah.
Hop on, or are you going yourself?
My bones hurt. Help me up, please.
Yeah, sure. Krillin hoists Scam up and helps him up onto Mosca's back. We're going to the docks.
Yeah,
Fine,
sounds
Mosca.
fine now.
And I'll have Mosca dash her way to the docks so that
Yeah.
we can start
Peritons are
helping
pretty
the
damn
city.
fast, so you get to the docks pretty quickly. Just passing by Momo, heading in the other direction, and looking down upon more and more people getting, dragged out from burning wreckages as houses collapse, parts of the docks collapse. Fires are still burning slowly they're getting put out, but progress is not great.
Scam, you put up fire.
I have control fire, so I'll just begin snapping my fingers to extinguish
Great.
large swaths of it.
Krellin's gonna have Mosca swoop down low, and Krellin's just gonna slide off of her into sort of a tumble, and then start hauling people out from under rubble, and let Stan continue to do his thing from the air.
Alright. Quintessa, what are you doing?
Fuck knows. Probably just doing the same, just helping out as best I can.
Alright. I'd say with almost everyone working together, it takes you about half an hour to finally put out the fires on the dock and get everyone who is still alive to safety.
We're fucked.
Ow.
Shit.
I need to... Krillin sort of shakes their head as if they're trying to dislodge a thought, an errant thought, and just, I need to find Bart, and...
Yeah.
I don't know if I can...
Momo, how are the kids?
Momo's not here right now. He's hiding
Oh,
out.
I thought we all... Okay, right, sorry.
Yeah, Momo is hiding.
Hiding the babies. He'll be back.
So, you still want to go after him?
Yeah, no,
Yes.
Yes! I'm sorry, hold on. You think that we should back off after he just did this to us?
At this point in time, I don't think we are prepared.
He's trying to scare us. This is a scare tactic. This is not a show of... just because he was able to make one calculated strike against us to scare us does not mean... For fuck's sake, Quintessa, you're a writer. You know that villains pull this shit all the time in storybooks.
I know, but
If
it means
anything
we need
else-
to come back. It means
No,
we need to come back stronger.
If anything else, it means we need to do it more so now than ever.
No,
Yes.
I don't agree. No!
Well, you don't get to agree with me on this one.
When were you ever the fucking leader?
When no one else could step up to fucking do it except Corellia.
Ugh. Fine, then we ask Corellian.
Corellian is just you've never seen Corellian this cold and reptilian, but once you say their name, their attention sort of flicks to you slightly and just if not now, then when? The more we sit around, the more time he has to prepare this shit. The more time he has to prepare to make another strike against our people.
Rule number 1 of war: give your enemy no quarter.
But the more time we will have to prepare as well.
No. Oh.
With what?
Okay. Scam like gestures at like the scene of devastation outside, like the bodies in the streets, just being like, yes. So let's let him have more time to do something like this again, just so we feel a bit more comfortable. No. This can't happen again. He does not get the time to prepare. If nothing else, this proves I was right the whole time.
If we get in over our head about this, we are going to suffer. We can't
Great.
do this.
Then so what?
Then
So
so
what?
what?
What do you mean, so what? We can't go in without some sort of a plan.
We will have a plan. You just don't want to go in and expect death. Sorry.
And is
but if you
that
wanna be
so
in a-
hard of an expectation to have?
Yes. In war, yes. If you want to fight the fight and be a soldier, then fucking act like one. We are going into a situation regardless where we might die. I don't want to die, but I'm accepting that there is no alternative here. Either we go in and we win, or we go in and we don't. Even if we are more prepared, that doesn't change that. It's a fool's errand to assume that death won't get you in a dangerous situation.
Listen, you are free to make your own decisions. I've never asked otherwise.
Good, then I'll do it right now. Turn to Malifane. Malifane, would you like to save Eskel? Because we can do it right now.
Momo would fly back about this time, and he looks just like devastated and like hollow a little bit.
Are you really?
Momo.
Are you really thinking about doing that instead of Corellian just pauses and just glares down at the ground and looks over the docks and sees the charred corpses and snaps back to Quintessa with a rage that I don't think she's ever seen from him before. Are you really fucking suggesting
If
that
we
we go after fucking Esgald right now, after all this shit happened?
look,
Do you really think we leave all these people? We leave all these people who trust us to defend them? And
Well, you
go
know
after
what?
fucking
Despite-
Esgald?
despite what I said, Corellian, we never asked Malifane. If we want to work as a team, we need to be on the same page here. Malifane, I'm sorry. We decided not to save Eskel, and we didn't ask you. So would you like to?
Malifane's gone.
Oh.
Scam would like. Are there like guards running around? Is there any like people like running around to help and like keep order?
Where are you right now?
God, where are we right now? That's a good question.
I feel like we're around the docks, like maybe about like 10-15 feet away from them.
Yeah, there are like some hodgepodge services running back and forth, mostly humans, but like a couple of orcs and dwarves in here too. Some Okidi are also running around the docks, like diving in pulling up bodies that fell into the water and giving them CPR.
Do I see at least a guard or two who's clearly not in the middle of doing something crucial? It's just looking around for something to do to help in the moment.
There are a couple, yeah.
Okay, I'll flag down a couple and says, "Oi, you two!"
What? Yeah.
Points at Quintessa. Drag this one to the fucking cells.
Excuse me, you don't have a say.
You're not there. You walked away. You're not there.
You're not
He
there,
was with
Malphite.
Momo. He went to Momo.
Oh,
Momo
okay.
had just gotten back.
God damn it.
Yeah, no, but okay, sorry. Okay, Malphane's here, then awesome. But yeah, Scam just says, yeah, no, take her away. Drag her somewhere out of my sight.
Oh, really?
For the time being, she's a traitor to Baton Rance. Get her out of here.
How am I treated to Baton Rance?
This is a...
All opposed? Yeah, I thought so.
What is happening?
Take her
What
away.
happened?
This is exactly what he wants. He wants us to split apart, just like he did with the rest of the friggin' continent.
One of the guards.
What is happening?
One of the guards
What are we
taps
fighting about
Quintessa-
right now?
One of the guards taps Quintessa on the shoulder. You want to go get a drink and get away from this?
No. Tempting, but no. But stay on standby just in case.
Don't you get it? This
Sure.
is exactly what he wants. This is exactly how this whole thing started in the first goddamn place.
No. You don't get it. You don't get it, and you've never gotten it a day in your whole life,
How have I
Malphane.
not gotten it? You weren't even here for this!
Doesn't take a genius to figure out this situation quickly. But I'm telling you, as I've said before, and I'm going to say this real level and plain, the priorities right now are not about anything other than preventing this from happening again. So you and your fiancé, if you two want to leave to go be selfish and save your special whomstever, go do it. You have my blessing.
This isn't about being selfish. This is about certain priorities over one another, and you goddamn well know that.
Tell me, Malphane, what are those priorities? Tell me, please.
Our priorities are gathering as many allies as we can so we can win this war.
I agree.
Oh, our priorities are that, I see. No, we've trekked across the fucking continent. We've spoken to anybody who will still fucking talk to us. One person is not
One.
going to make a difference. War.
Maybe
And
we're
I
not
am-
looking hard enough!
Get out of
We've looked all over this damn continent, you buffoon! We've looked everywhere! We've searched high, we've searched low, we've even spoken to people we didn't even think we would! And barely anyone wants to speak to us, let alone be allies with us! Are you that hollow-skulled? Are you so just... Do you hear yourself right now? Do
Scam
you
tries not to
really
show
hear
it.
yourself?
Scam tries not to show it, but he is actually shaken from Momo's explosion. But he...
We did look! We looked for allies, and we barely got any! And you know what? They have every right to be upset at us. This entire war is our fault! It's my fault! It's your fault! You think looking for more allies that aren't there will solve this? And he points back to the damaged docks and all of the burning stuff. Our priorities right now are to fix this and to kill Rankol. Get rid of any more mess that he could cause before it even happens. Save Irion. And not only do you want to not save Irion, do you want to not fight him because you don't think we're ready? But you, Quintessa, would much rather just abandon the whole thing and go do your own selfish thing for Escol, the one you truly loved. Is that that's what you want, right? You just want to go off on your merry way and find the one that you love so that you can live your happily fucking after. But that's not how this works. This is real life. Get your fucking priorities straight. Ugh.
I think can I and Atwis or Jojo, like, feel free to like counteract this. Are Scam, Momo, and Corellian like standing in a flank, the three of them together, facing Quintessa and
Corellian's sort of like off to the fucking
cool.
side.
Okay, cool. I was just curious about where we were. So like Scam is kind of between Corellian and Momo, then probably just kind of like folds his arms like uncomfortably after that explosion, but like doesn't say anything because he doesn't agree with what Momo just said. He doesn't disagree, so he just like nods. Well said, Momo. Very well said.
Kinda.
If you
holds his
Momo
forehead
go
and
go
rubs
get some
it,
water. Go get some water. If you
He
two
flies off.
wanna be, you know what? Here, I'll make the decision for us. Let's not have this argument now. You two grab buckets, start helping those people, while I start putting out fires, and Corellian and Momo are doing whatever they can to help people. Do something, help people, and then we'll talk about your priorities. But I'm gonna say it right now, expect that if you're not gonna do what we say, you're out. And Scam goes back to like putting out fires with his arcane implements.
Yeah. At this point, Corellian's going to be lifting stuff that needs to be lifted, and if people are alive, we'll be giving them, points of lay on hands here and there, just to stabilize them and get them out.
All right.
We're actually in agreement on something.
At this point, Annabelle has arrived at the docks and is also helping by like injecting some healing juice into anyone who is looking in critical condition.
I mean, Annabelle, I wouldn't say I'm critical, but I've certainly felt better.
She says, pushing you to the side.
Whoop, 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 gets knocked over. Ow. Yeah, and basically Scam's just doing what he can to magically deal with the situation right now.
I will also do what I can as far away from everyone else as possible.
The guard who is on standby backs off, goes back to helping with some heavy lifting shit.
Yeah.
Alright. You spend about another hour at the docks, and it gets to the point where you are also, like, spending about equally as much time looking for something to do as actually doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, the fires are out. The bodies have been rounded up of the dead and are like being piled on to get transported somewhere else. The injured have been taken away from the site. Mostly it's just rubble and debris around here now.
Oh, you're gonna kill me for this. As I'm sort of like away from everyone, and Quintessa is just looking around for stuff to do, she'll kind of reach into her pocket and just kind of fiddle with the autumn leaf, sort of subconsciously.
Right.
That's it.
So what do you do now?
Would it be safe to say that even though we all fucking want to rip each other's guts out, we at least meet up with each other before going our separate ways?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Reasonable.
Momo wants to try and find Aurelian. He saw that he was not looking okay.
Well, we're all meeting up, so
we're all met up. So
we're all meeting up.
Oh.
So that's
I knew
easy.
That. I'm not slow. Proceed, please. Okay, I'll start. Leah could have gone better, and I could have kept my temper, and I apologize for things I said. And we really need to talk about our next move.
Agreed.
So, Contessa and Malifane, what do you want to do?
Despite... I understand that this is a very unpopular opinion, but I'm still of the belief that we're not quite ready. If everyone else is in favor of heading straight for Rankol, I will reluctantly follow the group. But understand, I believe we're making a mistake.
Tessa?
I wanted to follow you all, but we can't guarantee that we'll be too late. And I'm sorry if that sounds selfish, but I think he can help us.
I do too.
Scam like clears his throat to like signal Momo. I think everyone's like viewing Momo in this moment as kind of like the
Mediator.
the mediary
Mhm.
here, just being like and just
Momo is a mediator. He's a mediator boy.
yeah.
Meteor boy.
He mediator, yeah, like I think Scam like kinda like clears his throat to signal if Momo's okay with him talking.
Or gestures a hand to, please go ahead.
Also like gives Corellian a look and like a nod just to make sure Corellian's okay with him talking.
Rowan just sort of flicks an ear. Go ahead, I'll stop. As in, like a go ahead, I'll fucking stop you if I need to.
Exactly. If you want to go and prioritize the life of one person over the life of many, I won't stop you from making your choice.
Rowan just sort of still basically unable to meet people's eyes outside of when the rage takes him, but sort of looks off into the middle distance, and I cannot prioritize the one over the many. I can't. It's not only that I have made my vows, but it is that Krellin just sort of takes a deep breath. These are our people. They trusted us to protect them, to give them a place to live and be safe. These are our people. And the longer we wait around here, the more likely it is that something like this happens again. I'm sorry. And Corellian at this point looks over and locks eyes with Quintessa, and Quintessa, you can see that Corellian has tears like welling up from his eyes, and just, Quintessa, trust me. I understand. I fucking understand. But I can't. I can't.
I know you can't.
Well, that sounds pretty definitive to me.
Not quite. There's still... Actually, no, I retract that, never mind.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
I was about to do something really dumb, never mind.
You're good, dude.
You're good.
It's all good.
Alright, well, if that is that, with Dessa, I'm sure that you can find the requisite provisions you need to set out at your soonest convenience so you can go on your own path and do what you feel like you need to do. And I want to emphasize this and be very fucking clear about it. I don't condemn what you are doing. I condemn you trying to force all of us into doing it too. So I support you on your path. You may equip yourself as you need it. Get food, get water, take whatever you need. But we, and I'm not saying the royal we, I'm saying those who are vocally confirmed, that being Momo, myself, and Corellian, know what we need to do next. If you don't agree with it, then I'm sure that if nothing else, if you were right and we were wrong, I trust that you'll at least make an effort to recover our bodies to bury them.
Well, I agree that Escort could be of use when it comes to this. Don't think we should... How do I word this? Rankol is our biggest target right now. This, as Scam said, cannot happen again. And the longer we let him loose, going wherever he pleases to blow shit up, we're probably one of his biggest targets. As soon as we're back on our feet and everything's fine, he's bound to do it again, if not worse. Probably wipe this entire ground away from existence. I don't know what he can do. Probably something like that. And the more time we give him to prepare against us, if we don't do this now, we may never get another chance.
Momo, if I may, I think I absolutely agree with what you're saying. I do think that is what we are all aware of here. Everyone knows and understands that point. Everyone, I think to a lesser extent, agrees with what you're saying here. Ultimately, I think this just boils down to an impassable moral quandary for one of our members. And I'm not saying I agree with it one way or the other, but Quintessa, if you need to go, then go. I'm not saying that to oust you. I'm saying that so I can offer you the chance at you being free to do what it is you want. If this is something you need to do for yourself, for Esgal, for whoever, go and do it. Because after this, you will have no more chance.
Carlian sort of he's facing away at this point, sort of turns halfway to sort of look at her out of the corner of their eye. I'm leaving the scroll in the vault. If we don't come back, feel free.
Okay.
I'm a
Malafane.
dead man walking.
Oh,
Carlian's gonna leave.
Corellian, really? That's so overdramatic. Fuck off. Okay. Fuck off.
Alright
Kind
then.
of reaches to grab or to put a hand on Corellian, but he's already walked off. It's just
Alright. Malafane.
Without even looking at anyone in particular, Malafane just looks at the ground and says, "We should have an evening to prepare. We'll leave tomorrow."
Well, hold on, wait, let me just clarify on that point. Yeah, no, we definitely are not going tonight, but I'm not sure if it's a tomorrow thing. It'll be entirely dependent on our resources, because I'm gonna go make some speeches around camp, and we need to possibly look into hiring some swords, Scam snaps a nearby servant. He goes were any of our ships damaged at the docks?
On a scale of 1 to all of them.
Oh
Yeah,
my
we
God.
we're gonna need to charter a ship.
Yeah.
So we're out of boats, and that's okay. We have the funds to listen. Yes, Malifane. I'm not sure if we're gonna set out tomorrow. We need to prepare first, so I think it's best if we say we're gonna be setting out at the soonest opportunity after we gather the requisite supplies for this endeavor. Quintessa, again, I don't hold much clout in this court, but I think it is fair for me to say, take whatever food you need, take whatever supplies you need, grab a horse from the stables, head out if that's what you want to do.
Fine.
All right.
Okay.
All right. All right. So, what time is it, Alex?
It is like late morning at this point.
Okay.
Most of the morning was spent like talking to Rankol and putting out the fire, so around now it's lunchtime.
What a good morning.
I'm gonna start putting inquiries into some supplies. Don't talk to any of the people around here. Let them help them out if they need it, but don't talk to them. I'm gonna try and... I've never really given a speech before, but I'm certainly gonna attempt it tonight.
Certainly seem like you're good at ad-libbing.
I've made my living off of improvisation. Yeah, that's fair. Right. I also need to finish the rings for everyone who's going on the mission, which... Quintessa, if you're not going to be here, then that certainly saves on the resource expenditure for the trip. So, there is that. Alright. Anything else left to add? No?
No.
Alright, meeting adjourned. I'll have a gavel, so I'm just going to slap the table.
The table tips over because it was a little fire damaged.
Shit.
I just go back to the mansion.
Yeah.
Alright. Let me just drag this particular track in.
Oh my god.
Almost gonna head to... Would my glaive be done by now?
Maybe? I mean, understandably, there's been a little complications that may have caused some delay, so you can check.
We could... Yeah, that's true. Just want to check on the updates.
Alright.
Let me think. I'm trying to find... Give me a moment. Do your thing, I'm looking for something.
Cool. Anyone who is going back to the mansion to either, like, take a breather or look at what supplies you have, as soon as you enter, basically everything in the foyer is either out of place or just tossed haphazardly off to the side. You can see a couple of servants running in the upstairs and, like, through the hallways around, like, picking up furniture, like, scrambling it around in their hands, looking at it, and then just, like, putting it back, or otherwise just, like, tossing it away, and then keeping on going.
What's going on here?
One of the servants stops. Bert's having us look at everything in this place, figuring out how the hell that thing was able to spy on us, and then immediately runs back to, like, upturn a bunch of chairs and tables.
Yeah, Scam will just cast Detect Magic and just
Alright.
begin wandering the grounds to help them.
Before he goes, Carlin
Yeah.
will sort of like tap him on the shoulder. Think you can make an extra ring for Bart?
Coming with us?
Hmm?
Is Bart coming with us? Oh, you mean just
No.
leave him here?
Yes.
I was gonna say that with Quintessa's not joining us, and that will give us some money left over for other supplies. But I could just continue making hers, and it'll same cost that we were working off of to begin with. So I could. Again, it's gonna take me a few days for the rings to be ready. But then again, with all of our ships destroyed, it's gonna take a few days for us to let's necessarily plan out a new plan. So, which by the way, get a courier, send word to, I don't know, Port Mirandu, whatever is the nearest port of call. See if we can charter a ship to land here. Just something.
All right.
We need to pay for a ship, its crew. We're not trying to buy anything. We want to charter something.
Mhm.
We need a ship, its crew, and we're gonna need plenty of sellswords.
Go ahead with that ring. It will be at
Yeah.
least it'll be something.
Yeah, I'm not the best with people, so I'll go spend the rest of my day working on that. I'm gonna try talking to the crowds later, so we'll see how that goes.
Caroline winces.
Yeah, I know.
Are you sure?
Honestly speaking, I would normally divert matters of rousing speeches to you. However, when it comes to the subject matter of your livelihood being destroyed by fire and ash, I have a lot of experience in that regard.
Corellian looks like he was anticipating something flinch-worthy, but then just very kind of visibly relaxes a bit. Not a lot, but just a bit, and just sort of nods. Yeah, you've got this.
It's the one part of the market I have cornered. Ugh.
Oh, I'm sure I'll be in the wings. So. Yeah, I'll go to the war room and talk about chartering things and head to the post and yeah.
We're gonna we're making the right choice here, Corellian. We are.
I know that. I know that. I know that. I'll sort of flaps a claw. I'll go get all that other stuff sorted.
Great. Well, let's say meet back around dinner just to yeah. Oh, all right. Well, I'll do it.
Up and fucks off.
Scam finger guns.
All right. Scam, as you continue searching the grounds with Detect Magic, you get a couple of pings coming from your room and Quintessa's room.
I will investigate those pings.
All right. The pings are of divination magic, and they seem to be coming from the underside of some end tables next to your beds.
Scam will check his rooms first and see what it is.
Looks to be some arcane runes have been carved onto the end table. They are the source of the divination magic.
Carved? Well, first of all, Scam's gonna take out a knife from his tool set and just scratch it out.
Yeah.
Render it defunct.
Go full ham on the carved sigil until it is unrecognizable.
Yeah. And I'll do the same to Quintessa's. But second to that, after kind of thinking on it for a moment, grab a nearby servant, just be like, get Momo. And wait for Momo to come up into... I'm currently in Quintessa's room, scratching out the rune. Waiting for Momo to come.
Alright. Momo, before you show up, did you go over to check on your glyph?
Yes.
Alright. You head into the forge. It is much quieter now. Gugmek is, hunched over on a chair in the corner, several, bandages wrapped around his chest, as Bryce, with, a noticeable head wound on him, is just working and hammering away at a glaive on the center anvil.
God, what happened to you? I can imagine, but...
Gugmek grunts. Explosion.
I am so sorry that happened. We weren't prepared and got...
Bryce
Sorry.
just takes a deep breath, wipes blood and sweat off his brow, looks up. Wouldn't be an adventure if there weren't danger. Right?
Will gives a soft smile. Yeah. Not at the expense of others.
Bryce slowly nods. Looks at the glaive. It's still a little hot, but, finish is done. Whenever you're ready.
He looks at it. Puts a hand on it, feels the still cooling down metal. Kind of burns his fingers, but he doesn't really tug back. He picks it up. He holds it and he kind of feels right. Thank you again. If there was anything at all that I can do to help this, please don't hesitate to tell
Bryce
me.
hobbles over, puts a hand on your shoulder. Do what you've always been doing. Finishing the story.
Momo puts a hand on Bryce's hand and kind of squeezes it. I promise, we won't let the story end right now.
There is a knock on the blacksmith door. One of the servants of Batman's Hall pokes in. Momo. Scam's looking for you.
Oh, jeez, okay. He, it's the glaive, on his belt where it's, in between his wings and where it can be, stable. Thank you again. Please don't hesitate to tell me if you need anything. Then he heads out.
Alright. You catch back up with Scam, who is very intently just taking a knife and scratching the hell out of some end tables.
What on earth are you doing?
Wipes the sweat from his head and just drops the his hands covered in wood shavings now. He just drops his knife. It's divination runes on an end table. Just I think I found out how Rankol was spying on us.
Fucking kidding, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, that's why I actually called you up here. You're a cleric. You got those divinatory abilities. Can you...
Yeah,
you have a bunch of different things. I know you've done, legend lore before. You've got a million different stuff. And please, workshop which spells you think this will work for with me first so we can come to an agreement. I want you to divine how those fucking runes were put there. I want to make sure that we don't have a rat amongst us who's going to do it again.
Very scary thought. Would I have to roll Arcana to figure that out? Or...
I'm basically just asking you to consult your spell list.
Okay.
Look at the spell list. I can confirm or deny what will be helpful if you read it out for me. Bless you.
Thank you.
Hey, Alex, help me.
Okay. Momo's spell list. Legend lore would probably not help because this is a recent thing, so we can cross that off the list.
So...
you have, the spell divination?
I don't think I have... I have Dispel Magic, but let me see if I have Dispel Divination.
Nope, not dispel divination, just dispel divination.
Scrying, I think scrying is for current events. I would need to double check the description.
Yes, scrying is for looking at things. Do you have
I
dispel
do have divination!
Okay, I think divination might be useful in this case.
Divination, okay, the spell.
Let me double check. Yeah, I'm looking at it too.
Concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. It could work.
We could phrase it we could phrase that in a way of are these going to be are there other new runes going to be put in place? That's a feasible option. Any other divination options we could go with?
Divination commune could also work.
Commune could work.
Commune's not prepared, it doesn't look like, though.
No, it's not. So you can always do it tomorrow. And it's a yes or no question. So, we could feasibly do something with that. Okay. Alright, I'm debating which is going to be the better option if we want to use divination or commune. How long does your amulet thing take to recharge?
10 days.
10 days? Yeah.
That's a long time.
On roll 20, don't do this to me.
What are the costs of each spell?
25 gold for divination.
Free
Commune-
for commune.
Commune is free.
Could prep both of them by the morning and
We could,
and
yeah. You know what? Just prep both of them for tomorrow morning, and we'll. If one is unsatisfactory, we'll use both. So just
Got it.
prepare both for tomorrow morning. Yeah. All right, cool.
Fair.
So Scam just says, "All right, do whatever you need to do. Tomorrow morning, we'll consult. I don't know, like you roll bones or something. What I don't know how you.
No, I just use coins.
Oh, okay. I mean, me too, but completely different methods. Great. Yeah. All right. Nice glaive.
Oh, thank you. He pulls it out.
That thing weighs twice as much as you do. I bet.
Actually, not that bad. He hands it over.
Oh, jeez, bonk! His hand hits the ground. Just from. Okay. Yep. Reminded
it
that
up
I am.
like-
I am not the strongest cookie on the block. All right. I wasn't prepared. There, you can have it back.
Neither am I, but he looks at it, puts it back, and just
Well,
has like a.
Hey,
boost of
my
confidence a
arms are
little bit.
tired. My arms are tired, and I'm still getting used to this arm, this prosthetic arm.
He
It's-
like low key flexes his
I'm
muscles.
sure. What's Momo's strength score? Just so I know.
his his strength score is. Why are you doing this right now? Is. Please don't do this to me right now.
Yeah. His strength score is 13.
Thank you.
You have 1 point higher than I do, so just like it's the arm. No, it's the arm. I'm sure it's malfunctioning or something. I don't know. Whatever. Just. All right.
Being beefy.
Okay, fuck off. Go. I don't know. Go say a prayer or something. Do whatever you need to do. Oh, Momo, how much coin do you have on you again?
I gave all my coins to you, but
You
I
did?
do have for the rings.
Right, and I'm making those. I'm just okay. Cool. Just making sure. So it's all the.
You have about 59 copper.
Yeah, no, you can keep your 59 copper to use for your spells. Alright, okay, I'm gonna go back to work on these rings. Cool, good talk.
You okay?
I'm
Sorry, that was
pissed.
just out of the blue.
No,
but-
no, I appreciate you checking. I do. I'm real pissed.
He
At
slowly
a
nods.
bunch of different things.
No.
Like, a month and a half ago, 2 months, really, I was, like, well, probably closer to 2.5 months or whatever. I was literally sitting in a tent in Mawthorn, hawking, like, smuggled goods. And just, I didn't sleep in the tent. I slept under the tent because it was an abandoned tent underneath a rock outcropping that had been taken over by a family of scorpions. So,
Good God.
yeah, life moves very quickly, and I'm still adjusting to a lot of it, but man, am I pissed. And you know what? For most of my life, being angry has fueled some of my best work, so it's fine.
He gives a somber nod. Oh, good luck with the rings. I'll talk to
Yeah,
you later.
see you at dinner or something.
Everything will be okay.
Alright.
Don't be deluded into thinking that, but I appreciate the optimism.
I'm really trying. I really am. I just don't know what else to think.
You know what? If nothing else, you got that.
Okay. See you later.
I'm gonna
Mm.
make a few items for I'm gonna make an actually let me check before I say this out loud, I wanna look at this real quick. I'm gonna should check with Corellian, because if he's done using that, if he's done with the stuff I put into his war pick, I'm gonna give Quintessa something tomorrow morning before she sets off, so she doesn't die immediately.
Look, I was also gonna go talk to Corellian.
Well,
Alright.
yeah. When you see Corellian, go ask him. I'm gonna be working for this night. When you see Corellian, ask him if he's cool if I cancel the uses on the enlarged spell enchantment I gave him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Send him your way.
Yep.
In the meantime, Malifane, I remember you were planning to do something, but then you said you were gonna think about it first and move and let other people do the thing. Did you have a plan for what to do, or?
I don't really remember anymore.
Oh
no!
Heck.
I will say that I'm going to... Malifane is going to just kind of go up to his room and start writing a letter. He's just going to think about his words for a bit. And then he's going to reach into his pack and pull out the star-shaped badge that he got from the Hamaskan merchant, and enclose it within the letter and seal it. And he's going to wait for a little bit.
Alright. Contessa, I take it you're just in the library catching your breath?
Yeah. It's empty, right?
It is empty, no one else is using it.
Alright, I go in, I close the door, and then she kind of puts her back on it and, like, slides down until she's, like, sat on the floor. So she's kind of, like, heavy breathing for a few minutes. And then she'll pull out the leaf and she'll like hold it in her fist, but she won't like real tight. It's kind of loose just so she doesn't crumble it. She kind of she's welling up a bit. She's just like looking at the leaf. This skull, what would you even have me do? Do you even want me to come and get you? Dad! Rail trip! What do I do? What am I supposed to do? I'm scared. I'm so scared. She just cries.
Alright. No one is coming to use the library for the entirety of this period, so you are...
I like to think that somebody knocks at some point. Like, just somebody knocks, and it's just like, we're God.
Understandable, have a good day. Alright. Corellian, you are heading up to the war room, yes?
Yeah, just to get... Basically, Carlin's just going to be running back and forth, trying to get shit organized, trying to get stuff, get a plan going, see what we have budgeted for cell swords, get something chartered. Basically, just all that sort of, I don't want to say like menial stuff, but administrative stuff. If that makes sense.
Alright. First time you head into the war room, there are a whole bunch of scattered notes and papers all about. Quick look at them shows they're mostly like numbers, balancing budgets and whatnot. Appear to be Bert's handwriting, stuff he has put together in the day-to-day operations of paying people, making sure they're all housed, fed, and clothed. All just kind of in random piles throughout the war room, some on the table, most of them not. And there are a whole bunch of discarded bottles of beer also thrown around the war room. You don't see Bert, though.
Okay. Bert's around. He's the one who gave the orders to turn everything upside down. To try and find whatever. Does anything stand out amongst the notes?
Make an investigation check. there are several notes that appear to have had names and numbers very recently crossed out, like pages and pages of them that eventually just devolve into scribbling expletives in common all over the names. And then a lot of these pages, as they go on, are stained with definitely beer.
The pages with the names and numbers, is there an easily enough discernible pattern as to why certain names are crossed out?
Yes, there is, Corellian.
Is it what I think it is?
It is exactly what you think it is, Corellian.
Krellin just sort of puts down the sheet of paper they were holding in their hand and sort of smooths it out on the table. And for a moment, in between everything else that they need to do, they're going to go and try and find Bert.
You head out of the war room, do some asking around. A lot of the servants are silent, but cannot help giving glances towards the wine cellar.
Krellin just nods and pads their way down into the darkness.
You take a look around the wine cellar. Bird is down there, every single one of his clothes stained with beer and wine, heavily disheveled. His glasses are off. He's got a bottle in one hand and several more to the side. And he just, lazily looks in your direction as you open the door to the wine cellar. Care to join me?
I would love nothing more. Krellin sort of closes the door behind them. Quick question. Bert is a human, right?
Bird is a human.
Are there any are there any light sources down here? Has he just been down here in the dark, or
he's been he turned on a couple of candles to light up, so there's dim light down here. But other than that, it's just been him kind of just sitting in the dark in a don't look at me kind of mood. It's obvious. I'm not even gonna have you roll insight to see that.
Krellin sort of, closes the door gently behind them and pads down the stairs and sort of slides down the wall next to Bert so that he's sitting next to him. Just nods and holds out a claw for the wine bottle.
Bert passes it over, pulls another one from the wall for himself.
Colin takes a swig and I saw your notes.
Bert takes a deep sigh. My fault,
No, it's not.
Don't you fucking start with me. If I did a better job looking at this place, I could have seen how the hell this happened. I could have stopped it from happening to begin with.
Oh, Bart, please. And Krellin sort of hesitantly just puts the claw on his shoulder and squeezes. Bart, it is not your fault.
Yes, it is. Who the hell do you think runs this place? While you're off gallivanting around doing the actual saving of the world, who do you think is the one responsible for making sure that this hole not only is prosperous but is fucking alive? And I couldn't even do that.
No. And Krellin sort of shifts around so that they're on their knees in front of Bert and just takes one of his hands, if he'll let them, and just looks up at him. Just eyes sort of glittering in the darkness and just Bart, no. It is not your fault. You do everything that you can do. You do right by all these people. You do right by your people. Alright? It is not your fault. It's not something that anyone ever could have predicted. And Bart, please. You are a good person. Please do not blame yourself. Please do not hate yourself.
How much being
Bart.
a good person helped.
Bart, it is my fault.
Explain. Fucking explain to me how it's your fault, then.
It is my fault. I thought that Rankol was bluffing. I thought that there was no way that Rankol could have smuggled explosives in under the docks. I thought that I could get to him fast enough to get that necklace out of his hands. It's my fault, Bart. It's my fault, alright? You have done nothing but good. This is all my fault, alright? Just like the scouts were my fault. Alright?
Bert finishes off the bottle, just tosses it to the side, glasses breaks. Someone else's problem to clean up. No. When I took this job, I figured it ain't glamorous, but it's honest work. People ain't gonna sing stories about me, but it's not like anything terrible's gonna happen, and now look at us. Blood's on our hands. Brilliant.
No. Colin sort of squeezes his hand a little. No, not on yours. You always have been a good man.
Good man saved him.
No. It's not how this works, unfortunately. We're going down there as soon as we can. We're going down there. And we're gonna fucking gut with a bitch. Alright. Krellin sort of lets go of Bert's hand and rocks Bert's a little. We're going to. We can fix. But damn if I'm going. These are my people as much as they're your people. And I've failed them. We're gone. And, well, if we don't come back, then we don't come back, but please know it's not your fault. It never has been, alright?
Bert takes a long, deep breath, scoots up, reaches across to the cellar, pulls out 2 more bottles. Days like this. What the shit that gets you real fucked up before.
Yeah. We've got some time. Let's, Caroline, instead of popping the cork of the wine bottle, just straight up uses, the edge of their bracer to just break the fucking neck of it, just not giving a shit anymore, and raises it to in a sort of half-hearted way and just...
You know, I'd say cheers, but that really doesn't seem appropriate right now.
No. Rankol's corpse.
Rankol's corpse. And the two of you chug the wine.
This is healthy.
Oh yeah,
Oh, you
coping
can't do
methods.
that.
Never heard of them.
Dinner time arrives.
So, in between bites of whatever it is we're choking down tonight, so where the fuck is Lord Stormhall or whatever his name is anyway?
Stormkirk.
Stormkirk. Where is he?
God knows.
I'm actually gonna ping Lord Stormkirk real quick.
And
I'm gonna... Sorry, go ahead.
ask if you're gonna send to him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm, thinking of what to say, because I know I need to be smart about this. Not very formal, I apologize. He's gonna
You're not
cast
smart,
some-
you die. I don't make the rules.
It's true, it's... If you aren't smart, you die. I'm just gonna ask if he's doing alright, if he's safe, and where, like... Actually, he's gonna ask for his location, and then if he is safe. Then he's gonna send.
Alright. About 30 seconds pass, you get a message back from Lord Stormkirk. King's March. Awaiting ship back to Irion. Why do you ask?
I'll just see Momo's eyes just drain of any lasting happy emotion he had.
Which wasn't much.
Like his...
It went from 1 to 0.
Yeah. Where did he say he was again?
King's March.
King's March.
What?
So about that, I just pinged him and he's off country right now. He's in King's March.
Oh, he's in for a rude surprise.
Ah, crap.
That's gonna be a problem.
I mean, you might as well just ping him again and be like, hey, just so you know, we were attacked. You know?
Okay. Gonna reply and say we were attacked and we're making repairs as we speak. And we'll be setting out soon to find him and kill him. More formal and less like a scared baby.
Well, you were at 23 words, so you don't have much more room to be formal.
Yeah, it's about the good, best as you're gonna get.
I did it!
You did it!
Kiss.
You get a ping back shortly after. You're certain the one who attacked won't attack again.
And I'm gonna fucking use my last one, my last third level spell to reply.
Momo has a limited data plan.
He does.
I'm out of minutes!
He's out of minutes! He's out of words.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Which one?
All of them.
Mm.
So he's gonna reply by saying like, as I stated, we'll be setting out as soon as possible to go and take his ass down. To see you again when we return.
I think that was 20?
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah!
Alright. You get a reply back. That is not an answer to the question I asked. Pray you are successful.
He takes a sigh of, like, just stress. And just kind of lays his head on the table. The weight of all of this fear and stress and grief just kind of weigh down on him finally and get the better of him.
So, what did he say?
He asked if he said what are the chances of him attacking again, and I said, well, we're leaving so that we can find out, or get rid of him before that happens, and he said that wasn't an answer, and pray that we are successful.
Let's see.
Yeah, because truth be told, we don't know what else he has in his back pocket. I still think he just pulled this off because he's scared of us. But who knows what else he might be having in his back pocket. Do mind players have pockets? I'll have to find out when I kill him.
He wears clothing, so...
Well, not all clothing has pockets.
As I go to check the Rankol art to see if there are pockets on it.
I ask the real questions.
It's a road, there are no pockets. There are no pockets!
He has a fuzzy slippers, though.
I was about to
far
say
as
he had
we
very.
know.
I was about to say he had very questionable attire. He wore fuzzy slippers when he was in his human form.
Hey. It's all about comfort, man.
True.
I want to be comfortable when I'm destroying the world. I'll just wear my fucking tank top and some gym shorts and some long-ass cute Halloween socks, even if
You'd
it's
hear
Christmas
calling up from
time.
the wine cellar. Who the fuck's gonna judge you for what you wear when you destroy the world?
Right? That's what we're saying.
Exactly.
Anyway.
So, how did things go with all of you then?
Work on the rings is coming along. It's still going to take me a few days. If I remember correctly, I think we calculated it was going to take... Hold on. Making 5 rings?
Yeah.
No, 4, because we already have 1.
Right.
Oh, wait, we have 2.
We have 2.
So I'm making 3 rings,
Hmm.
and... God, it's been a week since I did this math, so let me just do it again very quickly. The enchantry, normally it would take 10 days to do it. However, my thing has it be done in the quarter of the time. So it would take me 2.5, 7.5 days, halved to 4 days, 3.5 to 4 days, because I have someone helping me. So, okay, cool. So we'll just ballpark it at 4 days. Yeah.
Carlin looks up at Scam, and Carlin's done a really good job of pretending that they haven't been drinking, but it's when you meet their eyes, it's a little obvious. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, you're welcome. But that is, the rings are, of course, the least of our major priorities at the moment. They're simply a preparation. As you may be painfully aware, we have no ships. So we're going to need to charter a ship, charter a crew, not to mention be covering the costs of any sellswords we want to hire. I can save business talk until after dinner if you'd all prefer. I just have some ideas.
No, please proceed.
Well, let's see. I mean, an endeavor such as this is going to require us to sorry, Quintessa, all those present, I should say, all those who are attending. I'm not expecting you to contribute to this pool, but
All to
we're gonna
one
need, we're gonna need all the money we can get to cover these expenses once we know how much they're gonna cost. I am working with the money that was graciously given to me to finish off these rings. But aside from that, we need to consider if we don't have the funds ourselves, we need to potentially get them somehow.
I wasn't able to get an estimate today, but
That's okay.
tomorrow morning I'll get some numbers going.
Can Scam smell the alcohol coming off of Corellian?
I would say Corellian is probably sitting close enough to Scam that it would be reasonable.
Yeah, he clocks that, but he won't comment on it for now. Definitely clocks that when Corellian says, "Oh, I didn't get around to that today." Scam definitely looks and then
Wait, he didn't clock that when Corellian thanked him?
he's not paying attention.
Fair.
Also, any thanks that Scam gets, I'm like, oh my god, finally I'm getting some appreciation around here. Yeah, okay, so Scam just says, alright, well, I am not super prepared to give a full spiel on the financial situation at the moment, but after dinner, after we eat, I'm gonna go say some words to the people out there, just because, I don't know, I feel like I should.
Is
I'm
there
the most
anything you want
qualified
me
to.
to do? Or
No.
anything-
No. I appreciate, but no. None of you have had your, home burned down and killed, and loved ones killed by fire. So, I mean, I definitely empathize with them right now. Anyway, yeah, so just, tomorrow, while I'm working on the rings, of course, just, I'd really appreciate, Corellian, you get the estimate on how much it'll take to charter a ship, see how much we can get mercenaries for, and yeah, whatever, any other cost we might need to look into. But yeah.
It'll get sorted.
Cool. How's everyone else doing?
Fine.
One kind of just sits there quietly, not really acknowledging really anyone else.
Yeah.
At this
Yeah,
point,
about the
just
same with Malifane.
Same. Kind of in his own bubble right now.
Good talk, good talk.
Malifane maybe, like, side glances to Quintessa a few times, but other than that, yeah, he's kind of just to himself.
She's just fiddling with her rings again.
All right, good talk, good talk. I'm just gonna take my dinner and go outside where the crowds are a bit more lively. You know, local disasters have an effect on the social dynamics of a situation.
Lively.
I'll Carlin sort of like gets up from the bench and sort of, it's not super obvious, but like sort of shifts their balance from one foot to the other and just sort of shakes her head a bit. Yeah, I'll be there with them.
Much appreciated.
Just gonna go to bed. And he doesn't really. He just scoots out from his table and just. Or from his chair and kind of just saunters without really saying anything else. Left his plate there and he barely touched anything.
I'm just gonna mess around with this text a bit more.
Okay. Sorry. I'll leave you to it. That's a loud horse.
That is a very loud horse. Fuck you, horse.
Yeah, she'll leave him.
All right. So as everyone splits off to go be sad in their own little bubbles, Scam, you head outside towards, well, frankly, towards the clinic, where there's like this whole line of people spread out on cots. Annabelle and some other like volunteers are tending to their wounds. Chicken Bait is among them. Kelwyn, the herbalist who prepared the Mortis Memoria, is also among the wounded. Everyone kind of looks like shit.
Woof. Okay. Corellian here, hold up this mirror for a second, and just
Why?
hold up the fucking mirror. Hold on. No.
Carlin
Touch it
sort
up.
of like peeks out from behind the mirror. Are
With my
you
eyebrows.
sure you're good to do this?
Hold on, I'm casting a spell and you cannot distract me. Spiffing up my appearance, I'll cast Enhance Ability to give myself Eagle Splendor. So I have advantage on Charisma check. It's like, yes, I'm sure that I want to do this, even though I've never given this speech before and it's on my bucket list, so maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Either way, do I have something in my teeth?
Carlin sort of looks over. No, you're good.
Because it feels like there's something in my teeth. You know what? Like,
No,
Oh.
there really is nothing there.
wait, hold on. I think I...
Yeah, alright. Take
No,
your
there's
time.
nothing there. Did I chip a tooth? Fuck. Yes, I did.
I'm no dentist.
We have a dentist here. Sorry, neither here nor there. All right. All right.
Scam, you're gonna be alright.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Just if you want to stand off to the side and keep tabs on me, maybe weave some spellcraft to make me do good.
I don't know if I have anything like that
You're fine.
prepared,
You're
but
fine.
just I'm here if
Yep.
you need me.
Yes.
Just shoot a glance over and
Okay. Yeah. No. I will. Don't worry. Okay. Just quite literally grabs a soapbox. Like.
my god.
Yeah. I want to find a nice, crowded area. You know, just in the area where there's a lot of people congregating.
All right.
And just like set up there. Just kind of just Scam gets up on a little soapbox and just Curlin, can you do the whistle thing?
Pretend that was a lot louder than it was. I don't actually
Yeah.
want to whistle loudly because
All right, everyone, listen up. Sorry, don't mean to interrupt you all. Just got some things I'd like to say to you all because it's been, well, frankly speaking, it's been a shit bag of a day.
You're telling me, mutters Chicken Bait.
Yeah, what he said. God, does it look like people are paying me any attention so far?
People are kind of staring up at you because you're the one who is being the loudest.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know me, but I'm pretty sure my infamy has reached far and wide around these parts. I'm Scam Likely. I'm one of the two smallest people here who somehow gets the most done. That is not to say anything of any of your efforts because while we're off gallivanting, you are all actually doing the hard work and
Carlian rolls the claws and get on with it.
Right. Shit, where are my notes? Look, I don't know how to. He actually does he looks like he wrote some notes down. He goes, looks at them, just goes, just like drops the pages and just goes, all right. I'll speak frank. This sucks. Everything about what has happened today is terrible. Today we were attacked, thinking for so long that we were at least decently well defended enough to anticipate something like this coming. Yet the enemy, in all of their glorious bastardom, blindsided us and has now hurt the people that you care about through sheer acts of cheating and fuckery. And honestly speaking, I'll be the first to admit, we may have been a little overzealous we may have underestimated how hard they would hit us this soon. I'm looking around here and I see burned buildings. I see blown up, bits of infrastructure. I see the remnants of a lot of people who were hurt today, both on the faces of those that have survived, and those of you who did not. And I guess first of all, I want to offer condolences, my personal sorrow for that this happened to us. There are many among you here who came to Badenrance, I've heard, for safety. You were escaping this exact kind of thing. And it happened anyway. And there is so much that can be said is on us, your supposed defenders, but there is also enough to be said about the evil of the real enemy we faced to have done this to begin with. The civil war out there, by and large, the armies, some from the lands that you've run away from, most of those armies at least have a code. This is a bastion of innocence. It's refugees. So the real bastard who did this really shows off how fucking evil he is. And he's not gonna stop. He picked us because we meant something in the overall scope of a war, I guess, if you can ever mean anything in war. Yeah, sorry, I'll get on with it. Like I was saying, you people do not deserve this pain brought onto your doorstep. When I was younger myself, not sure if there's anyone around here who was also alive, but then again, the lifespan of you humies is bizarre. But, my family and my lands were burned down by dragonfire. Everything I ever liked and loved and ever cared about. Up in flames. And I'm not gonna stand there before all of you and say, but look what happened to me now. No. My life was ruined on that day. I am, not to hurt my own self here or anything, kind of an example of, man, just how bad things can get for one individual person. Just really bad. Sorry. But I'm saying this because the person who did this today is not going to stop. He is responsible for what's going on out there, really. He's pulling strings. He's hurting innocents. He's not going to stop until he wins. And he's going to be stopped. We're going to kill him. If not today, if not tomorrow. He's going to get his own good old-fashioned of Irianite justice. Which is to say, we're gonna bully him into the ground until he's little more than paste we put on our scaffolding. So, some of you, you're angry, and you have every fucking right to be angry. Some of you are devastated. And some of you are just plain tired. And I understand that. I do. More than anything, I understand just the absolute numbness that comes from repeated fucking tragedy. But underneath all that, there is still anger. Raging against the injustices of this world. I'm not telling you all to hoist yourself up by your own bootstraps and make something of your life. No, you're trying to get on. You're trying to be true to yourself and true to your family and true to whatever promises you made. But I'm gonna just say this. Thank you for being here, for continuing to instill faith, not the least of which in myself, that the world is still, in at least some part, good. And if you're mad, then be mad with us. I'm not going to stand here and say, fight! But if there are those among you who are just so fucking pissed, sail out with us to kill this motherfucker and get revenge on all the pain he's caused. If you can fight, or you have any talents you wish to provide, take up arms with us. And if you can't take up arms, if you have anything to spare, be it food, be it coin, anything to help us finish this once and for all. Thank you.
The crowd is silent for solid 5-10 seconds. And then, out of the silence, Chicken Bait pushed himself up and is slowly clapping at the speech.
Scam, like, very silently to himself while Chicken Bait is clapping, goes, please don't let it just be Chicken Bait. Please don't let it just be Chicken Bait.
Yeah,
Please
next to him.
Like, very quiet to himself.
Next to him, Annabelle starts clapping alongside him. Bryce, the smithy, clapping with them. Kelwyn, clapping along with them. The guards, trained by Maggie, just start clapping as a whole rush of applause and cheers soars across Baton Rance Hall. Get some fucking inspiration.
Hell yeah.
I already have it, but I appreciate it. Can I draw a card instead?
Draw a card instead!
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Xander, you are an inspiration yourself. Like, holy shit.
Unicorn.
The
I like
unicorn.
improvised
Oh
speeches.
god, the unicorn, no.
Hey, you know what? This is I'm part of me wanted to channel a little bit of from Game of Thrones Tyrion's King's Landing speech, just being like, those are some brave men outside our doors. Let's go kill them.
Amazing. So hey chat.
Oh no, what happened?
Choose which character you want to heal up to full.
Scam is pretty low, but Momo's also pretty low too.
All right.
Oh, yeah. I got blasted.
In the meantime, you hear some padded paws clapping next to you, Scam, and look down. Go fuck yourself, the badger is right there.
Oh, yeah!
Holy shit, didn't think you could talk that good.
I think I've gone blind in my left eye from the strain, but thank you. I'm gonna take your applause as a personal compliment, and not the implication that the forces of heaven are gonna join us.
It's kind of a just me situation down here.
Yeah, I appreciate you still, though. I do appreciate that. You know, they got bigger things to deal with up there.
How majority is Scam at the moment?
The majority is Scam.
He earned it, they say.
Scam, how many hit points are you down?
A good 54.
Okay.
Oh, details.
I'm under half, so.
Malifane, you take 54 damage.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Scam, you are healed back up to full.
Have you guys forgotten the effect of the unicorn?
I've never known about what the effect is.
Yep,
That's
Smarty
so it
chooses who to heal.
heals-
I roll to see who takes the damage they have.
Yep.
Is it fitting to say that? And I say this with all the love in my heart. All of that damage is just like ego damage from watching an entire camp rally around this one fucking goblin that Malifane.
He's not even here.
Oh, bummer. Okay, never mind. Bummer.
I will say that once the applause dies down and people's attention sort of shifts a little, Carlian goes over to Scam and sort of slightly behind him, just puts a claw on his shoulder and leans over to whisper in his ear, "You, good job, Scam. Good fucking."
Thanks. Thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, and then he turns back to the crowd and just, thank you. I won't bother you all much longer. Just, thank you. Just, looks at Crone with a shrug. If you wanna enlist any kind of service, talk talk to someone, I guess.
Talk to me, Caroline speaks up. If anyone, and I reiterate, volunteers only. If anyone is interested, please speak with me. We will get organized, and we will be moving out of Baton Rant Hall soon. I reiterate, volunteers only.
Yeah,
The
and for
crowd
those of
mutters
you
to
who don't want to,
themselves.
yeah, and for those of you who don't want to volunteer yourselves, but you want to offer up some kind of something, Scam like finds like a nearby crate and just like looks inside, see what's in there. He goes, "Oh, fucking silks," and just like throws it out and just like puts the crate down. Just I don't know, give your offerings here or something, and we'll collect them. Thank you.
You wave to the crowd as they go back to like tending to the wounded. Go fuck yourself. Like kinda pats Scam on the knee, which is about as close to the shoulder as he can reach. I delivered your message, by the way.
Oh my god, how did it go?
I'd say it went pretty well.
Wait, to who? Wait, who? I know there's like a. I kind of like who did you deliver to specifically?
I believe Moraine was the first one I saw, so I just like handed it over to him. He couldn't read it. There was slobber all over it.
Did you slobber on my note?
I had to put it in my mouth to carry it. I don't have pockets.
Wow, some god not able to read through slobber. Man, crazy. Well, okay. You know, it's the thought that counts. Thank you, Gofa.
You're welcome. And go fuck yourself start slowly climbing on nothing up into the sky. It's going to take him several days to get up there.
Man, he has one hell of a cardio regimen. Man, those damn. Alright, cool. Kremlin, what do I do now? That was weird.
Too bad you don't give a fuck.
What was weird? The whole badger thing or the whole speech thing?
The whole I gave a rousing speech and the entirety of Baton Rance applauded for me.
Yeah, you sure did give an entire speech, and the whole chunk of Baton Rance applauded for you.
Alright, well, I guess we should, like, stand here and, like, accept the offerings and... I don't know, you wanna get drunk after this?
Carlin sort of sways a little bit.
No, I know you're already drunk. I know you're already drunk.
How long have you known that I was drunk?
Since you walked into the room.
Which room?
Yes.
Right. Carlin sort of, like,
Listen.
claps the hand on Scam's shoulders, squeezes it. It's fine.
Does the same and just says, "There's something to be said, though, about you choosing to drink instead of checking in for supplies."
No. You just see Corellian's face fall, like, a lot. He looks super fucking guilty, and just... It was... You trust me if I say that it was important.
If it was... Trust you that it was important?
Yes.
Kind of like Scam, like, kind of like studies Krellian for a moment, gives kind of a scrunched up face, and just goes, fuck it. Yeah,
It was
not Scam like shrugs like, I don't know Bert's character enough. I'll just listen. You say it was important to get shit faced. I'll trust you that it was important to get shit faced. And we'll leave it at that.
All right.
But now, do you want to go get shit faced again with me after this?
Carlin sort of like itches at his chest a little bit. And Scam, you would know that this is where the fucking arrow scar is, but he's been sort of clawing at it a little bit all day, and just no, yeah, that would be a welcome reprieve. I think.
Yeah.
Like,
We'll get trashed tonight,
let's
don't you
go.
worry.
Let's go.
Alright, step up. Anyone who wanted to yep.
Let me roll real quick. Oh, nice. So the people here don't have a whole lot on them. But
Yeah.
a fair number do step up and drop off a couple of supplies, like, nothing particularly fancy, but it looks like enough doodads and coinage that totals up to 34 gold.
You know what? It's every little bit counts. Every little bit counts. Thank you. Scam will thank each of them.
Alright.
Alright.
And you head off to get shit-faced. The morning comes shortly afterwards. I don't want to judge how well you slept. I'm going to guess not great for everyone.
More or less. Almost are actually already kind of up and out of the house. He's at the training grounds trying to learn how to properly use his glaive, because as a magic caster and a little baby bitch that he is, he never taught himself how to use any kind of weapon like that besides his dagger.
Yep. It's pretty damn heavy, Momo. You are kind of flailing with it.
I'm doing great. Doing my best, and I did.
You feel a hand on your shoulder, Momo, as you fumble through another swing.
Look up.
Maggie is standing there. Now that you see her, she just grabs your arms, puts them at various points along the glaive. Your weight goes here, and walks off.
Oh. He swings with the aided hand weights.
This one goes a lot smoother.
He will just continue to practice. More guiding tips from Maggie, I assume, as she comes by in and out every now and again.
Every now and again, she's paying some attention, but like not all that much because she's got everyone else to focus on.
A lot of other more important things to worry about.
Yep.
Understandable.
Understandable.
It is well past breakfast time when Corellian sort of, with a gnarly fucking hangover, stumbles out of Scam's room and heads downstairs.
Alright. What are Malphane and Quintessa doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm not so sure. Oh boy.
Dude, if you want to do a scene, say you want to do a scene.
No, I'll get back to it. Just give me a moment.
Okay. Breakfast is bread. It was probably toasted at one point, now it is super cold.
I'm not there.
So it is just Corellian at the breakfast table, eating cold bread.
What a college mood.
God, right?
What a college mood.
Corellian sort of like chokes down the last bit of toast and sort of like looks up at the stairs and sort of offhandedly asks if any of the kitchen staff are nearby. Krellin will ask if they've seen, any of the other party members and stuff.
Momo went out to train with the big sword on a stick, Scam. I had to guess Scam's downstairs, cleaning up the enchantry, working on the rings. Fuck knows where Malphane and Quintessa are.
Really? I didn't think that Scam was right. Thank you. Colin sort of like shakes their head a little bit. Much appreciated. And Krellin is going to slap like 5 points of lay on hands on themselves just to get rid of this stupid fucking hangover. And then go over to find Momo at the training grounds.
Alright. by now, Momo, you are getting more and more used to the weight of a big-ass glaive.
Fucking tired. I'm sweating bullets and just keeps going at it because he needs it. He just has no mercy against whatever thing he's swinging at.
Fuck that training
just
dummy.
like-
You're fucking up that training dummy like it owes you money, Momo.
Then he like slams the blade of it into the neck of the training dummy and then just like lets it kind of just sit
Very
there. Thank you.
You, Rowan looks him over. You're alright.
Yeah, couldn't be better. And then he rips it out and keeps going at it.
Well, that's a fucking lie. Well, anyway, if you will allow me, I don't want to, intrude between you and the,
No,
training
please,
dummy.
what do you need?
Listen, when you are small or or you're light, you need to fight dirty. So, if you will allow me, let me give you some pointers about it, yeah?
A giant smile just creeps across his face and he starts like subtly, happily, like bouncing up and down just, okay. I've actually been meaning to ask you if you could give me some pointers in the battlefield.
Oh, no, absolutely. I would be more than happy to. So, if
Please, show me.
you're being come at from this direction, and Krellin's gonna basically go into like a whole manifesto of how to get the upper hand in the most underhanded ways possible. Because that's just how they fight.
Detailed knowledge of where the enemy's nuts are.
Yeah.
So, like this, then he swings and like backhands the quote-unquote enemy with the staff of the glaive and like as if to hit them in the face.
Oh, Krellin's just like entire self like perks up, like ears, tail, everything. No, beautiful, absolutely. All right, one last thing, and sort of just keep your center of gravity low, and then make sure to, and we'll just continue coaching him one-on-one through. Yeah.
All right. You continue lecturing
Oh,
Momo in the fine art of swinging around a heavy-ass sword. As Maggie goes forward, looking at everyone in the training grounds, one of the guards runs over to her, whispers something in her ear. She nods and heads toward the front gate.
Me and Corellian noticed this?
Yes.
Immediately looked at Corellian.
Krellin sort of pants a little bit, but, gets some composure back. We should, probably, check that out, yeah?
Agreed.
Yeah, go on ahead, I'll follow on foot.
Momo flies ahead.
All right. You fly ahead, and because your flight speed is pretty insane, and Maggie is not, she's on the light jog, but not running, you quickly catch up to her.
Hey, what's going on?
Got a report of, some elves attacking the front gate.
What?
Like, 3 to 6, no one got a good head count. Not a lot, but it was still an attack.
We know from, or who?
The elves?
You fucking... Oh my god! And he flies around to, back to Corellian and inform him of the attackers. Elves. About 3 or 6 of them is what he told me.
Krellin just kind of cringes, but sort of shakes it off.
No.
Yeah, Alright. 3 or 4 aren't gonna do much to the fucking gates. Let's, Krillin looks up at Momo. Do you think you've got this from a talking standpoint?
Blinks. Yes. I'll... my best.
Yeah, no, you've got it. I just, Krillin sort of, gestures at themselves and pauses and looks at Momo. Don't worry, I'm right behind you.
I gotcha. And you will fly ahead and meet Maggie at the front.
Alright. Maggie by now has climbed into the watchtower at the front and is surveying the scene. Momo, make a perception check to see what you see first.
Okay. Oh Lord, please be nice to me. Please.
Oh, hey, nice.
They were nice to me.
They were nice. Alright, so the front of Batman's Hall is pretty well defended. There's the main gatehouse, and around that is a moat which is in front of the outer walls. You see a couple of, arrows, look to be of elven make, embedded in the walls themselves. Some have, hit the roof of the watchtower, others soared right over. Not a whole lot. It looks to have been a very quick attack on the front. From
Are they
up
still
top,
there?
they are not still there. You don't see any elves, but from up here, it's kind of hard to see footprints. If you moved down towards, the outside of Batman's Hall, you could probably get a good idea of where footprints went. But from up top, hard to say. Maggie is also looking over the scene, slowly nodding at what she sees.
I am gonna get a closer look. However, before I do so, I am going to cast Bruce Seeing on myself to see if it's trapped or if there's anyone there if it's a stakeout or sabotage.
Alright. Cool. You close your eyes, apply some ointment to them, and open them again, and they glow with magical energy. As you look down at the site, Momo, you do not see any creatures hidden, or anything, rather, that is hidden in the area.
Anything else that I see that should be
Oh wait, that costs
costs
25 gold to cast True Seeing, so, do you have that money, Momo?
Mom, can I borrow 25 gold? Just kidding. No, I don't. Yeah, I'm almost just gonna get a closer look at the footprints. It's fine. It's whatever.
Alright. There are indeed a series of footprints. They're very recent, and you know to look for them, so I'm not going to have a survival check, because that was a great freaking perception roll.
Thank you!
They all are just kind of heading away from Batman's Hall in different directions, all tending south. So, some southwest, some straight south, some southeast, all heading, back towards the south.
Okay. I'm gonna take one of the arrows off the wall, just so that we can investigate it. Is there anything magical about these arrows?
Arcana check or detect magic?
Yeah, baby!
You're pretty sure this is not a magical arrow.
Is there
Looks-
anything else magical around?
You take a quick look around. Doesn't seem to be anything magical at the scene.
Okay, I'm just gonna take the arrow anyway. I'm gonna fly back down. And I assume Corellian or everyone else is met at the front door, perhaps, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Krillin was right behind you, ready to step in if necessary, like they said they would be.
Mel's probably heard what's happened by this point, so he's there as well.
Alright.
Mel comes back down with an arrow in hand. Well, it seemed to be just a quick attack against us. We shot arrows and then headed back south. I hold out the arrow in front of me in case anyone wanted to investigate it.
Sure, I'll take
Yeah.
a look at it.
In case.
I'm also there magically.
Yeah, Quintessa teleports down there. Nothing personnel, kid.
Phases through the ground. Hey guys, I'm here.
All right.
No, she probably would have heard,
This
yeah.
is from the Wood Elves, right?
This is from the Wood Elves, Malifane. Yes. You investigate the arrow. You don't really detect anything of note that would differentiate it from a regular arrow, Quintessa.
You know what? Whatever, I'll roll as well.
Okay.
Well, this makes sense.
Malifane, you take a close look at the arrow. This looks to be a mass-produced arrow. The kind that elves normally use when they need to make a whole bunch of arrows for a military strike in a hurry.
This was created in bulk.
In bulk?
They had a lot of these. They forged a couple of. They forged a lot of these. Seems like they had these prepared for, well, like an army or a militia.
Makes sense.
Given what Rankol stated earlier.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Maggie comes down, looks at the arrow. Guards who were there at the time tell me they just showed up for, 10 seconds, 15, ran off.
Cowards.
So what? They just shot and left? That doesn't seem right.
That seems a bit childish, doesn't it?
Maggie,
It was a test.
Maggie takes a drink. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think they're stupid enough to think a short strike like that would be anywhere near enough to get past the walls.
If anything, and Krellin shoots a glance over at Maggie as if interrupt me if I'm wrong. If anything, I would bet you they've been watching us for a while, and they're just testing to see what it's like after the explosions.
Maggie slowly nods. This was a probe. I'd bet my other eye on it.
Wait, so this means that could be back sooner. With more powerful militia.
It wouldn't be out of the realm of possibilities.
Fuck. What do we do?
Well, it's not like we showed that much weakness. But, it's always worth keeping an eye out. As always, Maggie, I will defer to you. You're the expert in situations like this.
Well, good news for you, Bird Boy. Gonna be taking some of the guards off the training grounds. We need more eyes out there in case they try this again.
Oh. It's neither good or bad news, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Rest of you do whatever the fuck you were doing before. And she just, walks off without even looking at you or saying goodbye.
Bye.
Right. So. Now
Right. I'm heading off to the post. If you need me, well, you'll find me. And Krellin very hurriedly heads off, as if trying to avoid everyone.
Malifane, can I talk to you?
Yeah, sure.
Let's,
back to the back.
Yeah. Let's go to the library.
Alright.
We go.
Malifane and Quintessa, you go.
No one's in here, right?
No one is using it.
Okay.
I want...
Close the doors. Are you okay?
You... I've been better. I've been a lot better. How about yourself?
It doesn't matter about me.
Don't say it. We're all in this, no matter what they say.
Malafane, I know what you want to do. But I want you to go with them.
And I can't do that. This means just as much to you as it does to me. More so, even.
Here's the thing. I understand. But you started this. You've been here from the beginning with everyone. I'm not pulling you away from this quest. I feel we have duties here. And I feel, quite honestly, I'm better off doing this alone.
I don't understand. Why would you say that?
Because look at everyone now. Constantly fighting, and I won't be around bush. It's my fault. It's been my fault ever since I've joined this fucking group. They all turned against you because of me.
I don't think it would have made any difference. Then, two of us are different from them just because we... just because of our ideas. The way we think is unfortunately not in alignment with theirs, and because of that, they just think that because of that, we're enemies of theirs.
I know. But
just...
I have my values. And they're horrible values. I've always believed that everyone is up for themselves, and maybe this has proved that they're right, and I'm definitely out for myself here. I still believe that Eskull can help us, but they're right. I'm not going to drag everyone else into it, and I'm not going to drag you into this. And I know this is important to you, but I think you belong with them.
I'm not so sure.
No, you'd say that.
Like now that we've both been alienated from the group at this point, there's not really any room for us. Besides, this is just important to me as it is to you.
There's room for you, Malafane.
I'm not doing this without you. And if you want to go and search for him, I'm coming with you.
Alright, let me put it this way. I don't want you to come with me.
I don't understand why.
I want you to fight with them because they need you more.
I don't know if they do. You heard what Scam and Corellian and even Rankol himself said. I was planned as a target for assassination by Scam himself. Even I know my place.
Feel this can be better. This can fix everything if I just leave, get Eskull, and hey, maybe I can catch up with you in time. I don't know. I just don't know.
When?
But no, listen! I don't want you coming with me!
Maybe I don't have a place with anyone then.
That's not true. You have them. Maybe not Scam, fine, but you've got Corellian and Momo at least. Don't cry.
Will I, Bill?
Don't cry! I love you. That's why I'm doing this.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry. For the first time that you've ever seen Malafane, you see her start to fiddle with the ring that you gave her.
I'm really doing this one.
Yes. I'm sorry, but I don't know how else this can work. This might as well just be a suicide mission, but if that's the case, you have more chance surviving fighting Rankol than you do doing this. You're brave. You're so much braver now. You know, they told me about how you tried to hide Eskel from them. It's kind of ironic considering he kept trying to hide you from me. They need you.
I know about the child.
Pardon?
That evening, I overheard what you were talking about with Scam.
Yeah. And what do you think?
I understand. It was a moment of weakness, wasn't it?
It was fear.
Get that? I really do. Fear of losing others can lead to dangerous outcomes.
You know, after I left Raildrim, there were so many times, even when Appleshot was successful, that I just wanted to turn around and go back to him. Because fame doesn't make you any less lonely. You and Eskel saved me. After I met you two, I never wanted to turn back. Oh, don't cry.
I'm sorry. There's so much pain. You don't deserve this. You deserve so much better.
I've murdered a child, Malafane. I deserve the worst.
No. Everyone deserves a second chance. Even the worst of people.
Let me redeem myself. Let me go and save Eskel. Maybe then I can forgive myself.
Malifane takes the crystal that glows in the dark, piece of crystal, and puts it in Quintessa's hands. I want you to be safe. Please. Above anyone else. Your life means the most to me. Please don't go away. Please don't snuff out that light.
Then let's not leave without any regrets. Will you marry me today, Malifane? And then we can say at least we did it.
I'd love to. Yes, Quintessa.
She hugs you.
I love you.
I love you too. It'll be okay.
I know.
So is this gonna be official or just like unofficial house? I don't know. I don't know legalities of marriage.
No, I'm not as familiar myself.
Okay, we
Did
might have...
somebody say wedding? No.
You right?
So on that note, we're going to end our session. You see, sometimes we can end a session on a happy cliffhanger.
Wow!
Yay!
We did it.
Thank you all for joining us for some Fallen Empires. Tomorrow we're gonna have some Hollow Knight, Return of Bug Game. Thursday is Cursed Throne. Please watch Cursed Throne. Friday is Call of Cthulhu. Sunday? They never tell me what goes on Sundays. You think I'd fucking know what goes on Sundays? But we will see you then
Sunday.
for more streams. See you later, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice.